My name is Titilayo Abiola. I am a multidisciplinary designer and also the founder and creative director of Tilayo. The pieces that I created for Gaggenau are called The Dance and Digital Artisans. I was really inspired by Reimagine. It really conjures up so many creative ideas. And I specifically was drawn to the function of Gaggenau's ventilation systems and how something seemingly mundane as cooking was really brought to life. I wanted to bring form to the steam, and that's how I reimagined it for the dance. So all the undulating curves, they represented not only the outer work of Gaggenau, but also the inner work where a lot of the creativity happens. The second piece, which is Digital Artisans, it takes a completely different aesthetic. And I literally pulled the name Digital Artisans from the write-up at Gaggenau because that is how they described their team. And it was an incredible fit for me as a designer because I too, with my craftsmanship, I rely a lot on handcraft, but also on technology as well. And so I thought that the beautiful dance between technology and craftsmanship in Gaggenau products is such a great balance. Also, in keeping with the design circularity, aluminium is one of the most environmentally friendly metals on Earth, and it can be recycled repeatedly without losing its properties. With the second installation, Digital Artisans, I chose mount board, which is biodegradable and recyclable. And I love both pieces. They both represent something different and communicate a different form of craftsmanship. The dance and Digital Artisans both differ in aesthetic and mode of production, but give multi-layered insights into the workings of Gaggenau products and heritage. Digital Artisans draws inspiration from modern technology and artisanal craftsmanship. Aesthetically, I was inspired by the trees found in Black Forest, specifically oak wood. The grain was used to symbolize Gaggenau's legacy as the world's oldest luxury home appliance brand. Something that's important for me as a designer is to imbue traits onto a material that you wouldn't necessarily associate with that material. So for instance, with the mount board, it's quite solid and it's considered to be a heavy material, but with the lace-like patterns of the oak wood cut into it, it's very delicate and it's very clean and aesthetic. I really, really love this project because as a designer, there are certain projects where they're such a great fit. So first and foremost, with the theme Reimagine, and then with Gaggenau, and when I was doing the research and how the craftsmanship was also very similar to how I work, because my training is very traditional. So I took the very traditional route when you train as an artist, doing a foundation, spent a lot of time in the Philippines working with artisans, but I'm always using my hands. But specifically with this project, I love the fact that it stretched me. I have to say, it was my first time creating a sculpture at such a great scale. So I really love that. And with Digital Artisans as well, it's a process that I've used before, but the exacting detail was on another level. And I really loved with both processes that the waste was very minimal. So from everything that has been cut from Digital Artisans, I've kept, and I'm going to create a new artwork from it because it's very much a way that we have to be working just for sustainability, for the health of the earth. So I really love the fact that this project also promotes that because it's not just something that's fashionable, it's a necessity. It's really, really needed. The next steps now is how these pieces evolve. So with Digital Artisans, I've proposed that it becomes traveling work, that it's housed in the different Gaggenaus, injecting a sense of play into the everyday. And as for the dance, again, it being housed in, a lobby, in a different context. It's based on kind of like the domestic beauty that's created by Gaggenau products. How will it be housed in, hotel lobby or another creative platform? So the whole principle with this is rehousing the art pieces so they can be appreciated on another level. I really want people to realize the art of life. And I know that sounds like a really grand statement, but there is beauty in our day-to-day. And I think that it can be really missed because of the busyness of life. So, it's very rare that someone will stop when they're cooking like, oh my gosh, the beauty of the steam. It's very rare. And so I really want people to stop and be like, that's beautiful, because so much work goes into these appliances. So I really want people for it to pique their interest, for them to go in and for it to evolve into a greater discussion and understanding of kind of like the beauty behind the products. Taking that pause to enjoy the beauty of day to day and not to just speed past things. That's what I really hope they get from it, because that's what I got from this project.